You'll get up close to 40 or 50, I'm guessing, based upon all of you who have been talking to me about joining the meeting. We will have a guest speaker today, Taylor, who I said hello to a few minutes ago, but Taylor is probably going to be about 15 minutes before we get to you. So let's get started, everybody. Put my sound on and all the other screens open instead of my presentation, huh? Let's go down here and launch this thing. It's slow. I did tell it to go to presentation mode. So let's go over here and put you guys up there. Try again.
By the way, everybody, I started recording, so we are recording now.
Thank you, Brooke. Finally, it's in presentation mode. All right, I'm just going to move this little thing down here, but I want to be able to see you guys. So let's put it down there. All right, good morning. It is May 26th. We only have a few days left in the month of May. And oh my gosh, the deals are closing fast. I saw a whole bunch that literally have closed in the last few days show up on a report this morning. So great job for all of you who are out there making it happen. We are here to help you live an exceptional life through our core 4 values. And if you didn't know, on this day in history, the 24 Hours of Le Mans is held for the first time in 1923, which I had no idea it dated back that far. That's fascinating to me. So for all of you that are fans, I thought that was a great fun fact. Thank you, Brooke, for finding us that. I'm going to have to minimize this. It's in my way. There we go. All right. Our 2021 Sierra Oaks theme, excellence and growth, are top of mind in all we do. And here are all the hashtags we're asking that you utilize in your social media in 2021. And if you're on there today, throw a few out there or the whole list. And we are going to continue to do our drawings at the end of the meeting for participation. So if you tell us something good that's happened to you, ask a question, tell a story about how one of the tools or one of the team members has helped you, your name will go in a basket for the drawing. And if you turn on your camera while you're participating, you get entered into the drawing a second time.
I'm not getting entered into the drawing this morning.
You're in a meeting?
Who is that? Who is that? Somebody spoke up. All right. Obviously, somebody does not want to turn their camera on, maybe? Anyway, we're going to do our Wheel of Fortune. So each week, Lizette asks for 3 volunteers to spin the wheel for anyone who's new. If you choose to volunteer, you will be asked a question. If you answer it correctly, you get entered into the drawing. If you don't, you can call a friend. You don't have to just pass. You can ask for some help. So remember that. And Lizette, it looks like you're ready to go. Can you make it bigger? Is it possible to make it more?
Yes, I'm getting there.
Thanks. And do we have any volunteers? Raise your hand, guys.
Anybody?
Come on, guys. There's 30 of you on here. Somebody has to be willing to go volunteer. I see no hands. Oh, here goes 2. Deborah Evans and Richard Gore. So let's go Deborah first. Deborah is new to CB, new to the business, and yay for you to volunteer. Great job.
Alrighty, Deborah, let's go ahead and spin for you. You got desk. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Let's see if you get it. But does your listing have to be active in the MLS to submit a new listing in My Deals? So it's a yes or no question.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. Does your listing have to be active in MLS to submit a new listing in My Deals?
If you don't know, remember, you can call a friend, and that would only be fair considering how short a time you've been here.
I'm going to say no.
That is correct.
Good job. Nice. You didn't even have to ask anyone. Good job. All right, Richard Gore.
All righty, let's go.
Please make sure you're on mute.
And you got Real Sure and Revitalize. Your question is, how much time do you have to sell the property before the seller becomes responsible for the amount of repairs?
I have zero idea.
You want to call a friend?
Guess?
I'm just going to guess. 6 months.
Close.
No. Does somebody else want to take it? Destiny, how long do you have to sell the property?
90 days.
No, you guys. Oh, we're much more generous than that. Should I answer it, Lizette, or should we see if somebody else knows?
Let's give it one more try.
Anyone? I think they should all get participation entries just because they're giving it a try. Destiny, she must have looked it up. She's asking again. Destiny?
12 months.
Yay!
Yes, good job. She did. You looked it up, didn't you? Good girl.
No,
Yes,
I
you
just
have 12 months.
Nice. It is 12 months. So you guys, if you use this program and there are challenges with selling the house, you have up to 12 months to get that house sold. So it's very generous, the time frame. So remember that. It's a highly utilized program in Northern California, but much more so outside of our area in the Bay than it is here at this point. I would love to see more of us using it. All right, Destiny, is your hand back up or did I not lower it? Oh, I think I got it. Who is in the chat? Oh, Deborah. Okay, there you go. All right. Do you want to do one more, Lizette, or should we move on?
It's up to you.
Anybody else want to do this again? Want a new question? If nobody volunteers, we'll just move on this time.
Awesome. Well, that was a good one. We all learned something.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. All right, let me pull it back up.
Destiny still has her hand up. So Destiny, did you have a question or you were just haven't taken it down yet?
It's not
Can't
up.
hear her.
Oh, gone.
Maybe-
It went away.
All right. So the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart. Love that. And I like this commercial. This is from 2014. This just shows you how many years we've had great commercials. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Your home. It's made of wood and nails, pipes, tiles, doors and windows. But it's more than that. It's something larger than the lawn that leads up to it, wider than the walls that contain it, and greater than the sum of numbers painted on the curb. Your home is you, your infinite memories. That warm evening on the roof on the 4th of July, the endless waves of laughter at the dinner table, the sleds hanging hopefully in the garage, those board games on the floor. Your home is everything. It's who you are, where you're from. It's what you long for whenever you're away. Because it's the only place in the world where you always know one perfectly wonderful thing for certain. Your home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
I just think that's a great commercial. And look how many years ago that was. We've had so many good ones over the years. All right. And here's your list of staff to support you. Remember, you can always go here to find phone numbers and emails. And we are open for anyone who missed it the last couple of weeks. The front doors are unlocked 8 to 5 and the patio is open. We're only putting a couple chairs out right now a day, but we can move more outside. We even had clients that had meetings on the patio with their agents. And in observance of Memorial Day, we are closing at 2 p.m. on Friday. The staff will be going home, and May 28th, we will be closed. So I'm sorry, May 31st, Monday, we will be closed. And for anyone who did not already know, I'm out of the office Friday and I definitely am unavailable. So please don't think that if you text, I'll be able to respond. It is my father-in-law's memorial service and burial, and I will be turning my phone off. So please, if you need assistance, reach out to Jeff Talani and Ellen Nichols. We are hosting the family at our home, and so I will not be in a position to step away and help with the number of people that are coming. And then Brooke is out of the office Friday, so if you need any assistance in our absence, reach out to Lizette, Natasha, or Keith, and their contact information is here and on the prior slide. We are having free headshots today for anyone who missed the prior announcements, and if you haven't signed up and you need a headshot, you can still reach out to Brooke or Lizette this morning, and we will do our best to fit you in. Scott Duncan is here. This costs you nothing. And if you like the headshots, you've got something new. If you don't, you can pass. So courtesy of Coldwell Banker. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., Crystal and I will be coaching, doing coffee and coaching on Teams. And Crystal, I didn't check to see if you were logged in. Are you here this morning? I should have checked first. We're going to be.
I saw her a little bit ago.
No, she might be on a call or she might be muted too. We are going to be discussing commission objections, FSBOs, and off-market transactions. And for anyone who's been out there working, you know why. We are getting a lot of situations where these questions come up. How do we deal with these? So we're going to be discussing that tomorrow. So join us, anyone. And there is a sign up in Sales Pro, but we also have an invite we can forward you from my calendar if you want. So you can call me or Crystal and we'll forward it on to you. And then Erin Stump, we announced this last week, but just in case you missed it, she will be speaking on a Women's Council of Realtors panel on the 27th of May at 11:30 a.m. That's a Thursday. You can click here to register. There is a small charge for the class, $10. It will be Zoom. So you can see the lineup is fantastic. So if you're interested, click there, register, and listen to our wonderful president-elect for 2021, Erin Stump. And referral rewards. I just want to remind you all, the Sac Tahoe region has been running a unique special that is not available anywhere else in the country, just for our agents. We are offering for any of you that bring an agent to the company anywhere in the country who joins NRT, 3% instead of the standard 2% for the first year on this referral rewards program. And then you'll still continue to receive 2% for the second year and 1% for all the remaining years that you were both affiliated with Coldwell Banker. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please call me outside of this meeting. I'd love to explain the program to you. Most of you know that we don't have recruiters that call everybody all day long like a lot of these other companies. And I just don't have the bandwidth, nor do the other managers with all the other things we're doing to work in our offices with you to make those kind of calls. And so we're looking for you to refer good people that you think would be a great fit for Coldwell Banker when you meet them and when you do business with them. So thank you. This is our way of saying thanks. Contract Corner. This has come up numerous times, and Tara, thank you for asking the question the other day because it made me realize we really need to do a contract corner on this agreement. So who out there has either received with an offer or prior to receiving an offer on your listing a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement, or who has had a buyer who has asked you to have their offer remain confidential? Anyone want to speak up? I know you've had it because I've been getting the question a lot.
I'll go ahead because I also was very curious about this. Sorry, first of all, the confidentiality agreement that I've seen online is different from the one that you have up here. Mine is very simple. It's a difference. But I have, anyhow, to your question, I've had it when I call agents very often for buyers, and I just ask, well, how does it look like? Do you have any offers and stuff? One of the things they sometimes say is, I can't speak about it because I have a confidentiality agreement. And I was just wondering why we cannot use this like on every single purchase that we do nowadays, because it's just so difficult to get things accepted.
So since no one else is speaking up, I'm glad you came and asked me the question the other day because it has come to me numerous times on our own listings. And we've had buyers ask if there's a way to have their offers kept confidential. I want to point something out, though. I've noticed in numerous occasions, these confidentiality agreements were sent over with the offer. Keep in mind, this is not a binding confidentiality agreement until both parties have signed it. So the process should be that if you have someone who wants something kept confidential, that you send it over in advance and the seller agrees to it. And then the offer is sent over if your buyer wants true confidentiality no matter what. So please keep that in mind. And I'm not going to read through the whole thing. It's a very simple form. It's one page long. But you would check, for example, if it's an offer that's being submitted either on your listing or you're submitting on someone else's listing, this box up here, put the property address, and then it just, I'm going to read you paragraph number 1 without going through the entire agreement. It says seller or buyer will be delivering the proposed agreement to the other party, provided that the other party and its agents agree to keep the information described in paragraph 2 confidential and not to disclose it prior to or during the pendency of, and then you can either say, just have it go forward past this point, or I don't want to read that little part there. Any transaction that may result from the proposed agreement. So you could check that box and say, and after the completion of the agreement, because sometimes we have people who want their privacy even after they've purchased a house and they don't want people to know who they were and what they did. Okay, so if that box is checked, it has to be kept private forever, no matter what. So I'm saying this because every time I've been brought in the last few weeks, it was not sent over in advance, guys. The agents made the error of sending this over with the offer from their buyer. That isn't the way to do it. So it's one of the reasons I wanted to cover it today. If you end up in a situation where you receive one of these with an offer up front, you should be presenting it to your seller without this agreement signed, and then it's your seller's prerogative whether to agree to keep it confidential, and then you can communicate back to the other agent what the situation is and whether they want to move forward with their offer being considered. Most people are probably going to say yes, they want their offer considered. But any questions on this, guys? And if you've run across it, I'd love to hear.
Jennifer, I had a quick question. This is Bonnie Peterson.
Yes.
So if they don't have this signed confidentiality agreement, we can just continue to do our best for our client regardless, right? So if
meaning for your, are you talking about when you're the listing agent, Bonnie?
Yeah.
Are you talking about when? Yes.
Yes. And we don't have a signed confidentiality agreement, we can share whatever information we need to share in order to get the client the best deal.
Yes, you can, but you should always let your seller direct what you're sharing and what you are not. That should not be you determining that, because there are pros and cons in both situations, right? With playing people against each other. Sometimes people walk away over that stuff. So the seller needs to be in agreement with whatever strategy you're using. But yes, you are open. Nothing is confidential if those agreements are not signed.
I have a quick question about it. Oops. I have a quick question too. This is Ann.
Yes.
So if you're representing the buyer, I would think that the confidentiality agreement would be between the buyer's agent and seller's agent, and then the seller would never know who it was. Is that correct?
Let me pull it back up so I can show you. I didn't even go to that paragraph, but hold on. There's a paragraph for that. Great question, Ann. If you scroll down, the people who keep it confidential and what you keep confidential is all in paragraph 2. Okay. So basically the seller, the buyer, and of course the agents should be keeping it confidential, right? But the agreement, the purchase agreement, is between two parties. The real estate companies representing those parties are not party to a purchase agreement. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so the seller does need to sign it.
Yeah, the seller has to sign it, the buyer has to sign it. And then you can decide whether you want the price, the terms, or everything, right? You can check various boxes and fill stuff in. Okay, I should have gone that far. Thanks for bringing that up. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where I can see you guys. Any other questions, guys? And I hope this doesn't seem like a little thing, because we really are seeing a lot of people who want things kept confidential and they don't even understand that there's a way to do that. So again, you have a way to help your buyers keep things confidential if the seller's agreeable. Okay, and not all sellers are getting 300 offers on their property. We do have some properties out there that are only getting 1 or 2 or 3 offers. So in those cases, I would think a seller would be more apt to agree to this if your client is a strong buyer and submits a good offer, right?
I'm sorry, Jennifer, I also have a question. The Coldwell Banker confidentiality agreement is only on one page. It's very simple. Which one is the better one to use? Any of them, or it seems like the car one has more terms?
You know what? The car one is only 1 page as well. So I think it's a choice. We never tell you you have to use our forms, but we do. If you go in your Coldwell Banker library, have a version as well. I pulled up the car one because, to be honest, it's the only one I've seen in the last few weeks, and I have not seen even our own agents using the Coldwell Banker version, probably because you don't know there is one. For those of you that like our forms, you can compare the two and decide which one you're going to present with your client. But we don't really have a preference. If our form's out there, you're always welcome to use it. This is not one where we're advising you there's a benefit or preference to using ours. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for asking. And hold on, go back to the presentation. I know, Taylor, I told you it would be sooner than this, didn't I? You're almost there, I promise. And I'm a little off track here. There you are, Taylor. Taylor Reed, financial planner with Prudential Pacific Financial Group. He is here to talk to us about our VIP program. And for anyone who's unfamiliar, you can find the application tile for VIP in My CV Desk. So Taylor, I know you've joined us this morning. Are you off mute, and should I be handing over the presentation keyboard to you?
Thank you so much. I did forget the mute. So yeah, I'm here, I'm live. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. And
Yes.
Yeah, for some of you, this may be a reintroduction to our program. COVID kind of got in the way of office meetings and other things. I think I was last in your office. It was in, what was that, the end of 2019. So we do try to keep top of mind and make sure you guys are aware of the benefits that we have through the VIP program. And so this is just an overview. Some of you may be new to the office, and this will be an introduction as opposed to a reintroduction. And anyone who's interested in information on any of the offerings, either click the tile, or I just posted my contact information and email address in the chat. So if you want to check that out, grab that, shoot me a note. Love to schedule some time outside of the meeting here. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen to go over the program. Hopefully we're set up for that.
We are,
And,
you go. You know how to do that, right?
Okay. Yeah, are you seeing my screen now?
We are, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So this is the VIP program leaflet, if you will. It's our leave behind is what we call it. And Jennifer and Brooke do have a copy of this if anyone's interested, or maybe it's part of the meeting recap that gets sent out. But basically, this is what we have to offer for independent affiliated agents who the company NRT Coldwell Banker cannot offer direct benefits for. That's where we step in. So there's medical, dental, and vision programs. And all of these programs, by the way, they're basically brokered nationwide with all of the NRT agents in every area of the country that they exist. So there are significant discounts available with most of our programs, especially on the insurance side. So we do have medical, dental, vision, long-term disability, if that is paycheck protection. I always liken agents, or really any working person, to a walking ATM out there in the world. And if your ATM machine stops breaking and you no longer have the ability to generate money through that ATM, meaning your work and your good work in sales, then that might be something you want to put some protection around. And those programs are very attractive, and discounts available through the program. Long-term care, anyone thinking about retirement from the business and thinking of their long-term needs, we also have programs to support those needs. Life insurance, low-cost term life insurance with a variety of carriers. I do represent Prudential, but that is not the only offering that we have available through this program. So if it's a matter of preference of companies, preference of cost, we could definitely talk about your needs and make sure we find the right plan to fit those. And finally, our retirement planning strategies or services. And this is the ability to take commissions, funds directly from your commissions, pre-tax deductions, set it and forget it, money you don't see but goes directly to your retirement account that we would set up. This would be an account that you own. It's not affiliated with Coldwell or NRT. It's in your name. If you should happen to leave the business or the company, it goes right along with you. It's always yours. And we do have the ability to direct commissions directly to those types of accounts for your long-term needs. A variety of account options available as well, whether it's a SEP IRA, a traditional IRA, whatever we need to meet your needs the best. And those are all about different funding levels and which one's the most appropriate. We could have a discussion about that. And finally, just go down through the contact. There's the direct address to VIP benefits. You can contact me directly, click the tile, send a note to that email address, and we'll get in touch. And then finally, just go through our disclosures so I'm all fully compliant. And I did promise a short attendance today. Let me stop sharing my screen, come back on. If there's any questions I can answer, be happy to field those at this time, or feel free to reach out.
Taylor, I want to say for anyone who doesn't know, Taylor is local. So are you taking in-person meetings at this point for people that want to meet with you in person?
Yeah, happy to meet offsite, open space in your office, in my office. My office is open to the public. It's only been about 3 or 4 weeks. We're up in Roseville. If anyone, Douglas and East Roseville Parkway, really easy to get to. There is a brief health screen that's required. Masks are required. Be happy to meet at a coffee shop, anywhere else. I've done a lot of these meetings with other agents in their residences, if that's a preference, at your service for whatever meets your needs the best.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. Hey, you guys, if you have questions, we'll send out Taylor's contact information after the meeting again. I think some of you have met him before, but again, there are a lot of new people in our office, Taylor, this past year. So there are many that have not met you previously.
And I almost forgot, I did send a video to Brooke. There's a very exciting program that's coming. It's our one-click system. It's the ability, no cost, no obligation for anything, to put all of your finances, all of your whole financial world in one place, in one website. There is a video. I don't know if we're queued up for that. I can't seem to play it and figure out how to unmute it in other meetings. And rather than going through that kerfuffle, I sent it to Brooke. If she could show it now, or if it's attached to the meeting minutes later, either way, give it a look. It's just a brief introduction, kind of a conceptual piece about it. And it can be a very powerful resource for managing your financial world.
We'll be sending it out in the recap, Taylor.
Okay,
So that
thank you so much for your time, Jennifer. Always a pleasure. And Brooke, Lizette, I think you both had a hand in setting this up. You guys be well. Contact me if there's any needs. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Taylor. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, part of our wealth builder bucket for our core 4 values, the VIP offering. And again, reach out to Taylor if you guys have any needs in that area. I know many of you do. So, all right, Partner Corner. We have our 3 partners, actually 2 of them present today. Cheryl Gomes was not able to join today, but she did say thank you for all of your support. Let's start with Chris Lippy, Guaranteed Rate Affinity. Chris, do we have you here today? I know he's here. Is he on mute? Or is he not? Did we not have Chris?
He was
Goodness
here.
gracious. I'm looking to see if he's on the list. He may have gotten dropped. He's not here. So guess what? Cornerstone, you're set front and center. Go.
I will go. Well, thank you, everyone. Just want to take a quick second and thank you for your support. I wanted to share a quick testimonial. I had an agent in your office that used Dan for a transaction, and the seller of his home did a lot of work with UC Davis. He is a commercial, we did not know this, was a commercial guy, and sells all of UC Davis's commercial properties. Anyways, long story short, he wrote a really great little testimonial on Dan, just saying what a great escrow officer he was. And he was pleasantly surprised with the transaction, and was shocked at Cornerstone and the level of service that he received. And I just wanted to share that because I know everybody has their relationships, and just would like you to take a chance and give us a try. So, I know Dan and Kristen are both doing a great job, but I just wanted you to hear, other people's experiences and hopefully give us a try. So wanted to start off with that, but then I also wanted to show you, we do have, I know with all the open houses, we do have our open house kits. So This weekend, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of open houses. So if anybody needs the open house kits, please reach out and I'd be more than happy to go run them either by the office or wherever you need them. So we're here for you.
You still have these cute little things?
I have a whole drawer full of them and the little hand sanitizers and have them all. So if you need any of that, please reach out.
I use them every day. That's why I'm handing them in front of the camera.
I have more of those than I even want to see. So if you need them for your kids' school or anything, please reach out.
I'll take a couple extras. I really do use them every day. So thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Dan, thanks for joining us. Do you have anything more you want to add?
No, that was it. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate it. I remember that was a quick 7-day escrow and over the weekend too. So, we try to make things easy for everybody involved, and we're just glad that we got a job for them.
I'm hearing a lot of good things. So, and for anyone who doesn't know, they have enhanced their team with Joelle, who we haven't even had an opportunity to introduce, and I'm sure we'll get to in the future. But I got to meet Joelle the other day and quite impressed. And you mentioned commercial. She has a fantastic background across the board in all sorts of different areas. So I think that's going to be a great enhancement to the Cornerstone team. And I'll let you guys bring her to the table on a day that makes sense. So,
thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right.
Chris is back.
Chris Lippy was able to get back on the call. So Chris
I'm
is
back.
Good. Hey, Chris.
Hey, sorry about that. The timing couldn't have been worse. I lost my internet connection right when you were probably about to hand it over, so I apologize.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it brief. I know we had a lot of speakers today. I did want to share one new product update, so I'll go ahead and share my screen. This is our medical professional program. I got to kind of dive into this pretty deep. We had a customer that was a physician that was going to be transferring out of state to Kaiser. And we came to find out that Kaiser writes very short-term initial contracts, less than 3 years. And when we ran that contract by Fannie and Freddie, underwriters, they weren't going to accept it as future income, meaning that this person was not going to be here for a couple months and they were trying to get their loan pre-approved before they get here and before they start work. So we were only pre-approving based on the contract or job offer. And because Kaiser has different steps in which you progress through their system, it's a closed-in initial contract, so we couldn't even use it on a conventional loan. So I started looking at our other products, and we have a medical professional program. It's through TIAA. It's a non-conforming loan. It is an ARM, but it's a 5 or 7-1, and it's priced really well. I had them look at the contract, and with some additional email verbiage, they were able to approve it based on, obviously the specific profession. And it's no MI loan, less than 20% down. And it is, even though it's non-conforming, which would be considered a jumbo, it has a low minimum loan amount. I think it's $300,000. So, this could be applied to a conventional purchase. So if you have any medical professionals, some doctors that I know some of you guys work a lot with, physicians that are transferring, this would be a good product. We opted, the borrower ended up paying cash, and then we're going to do a reverse cash out refinance as a plan B. But this program is a great option, and I haven't had the opportunity to close one yet. It's a somewhat newer program, so I got to dive in and look at it, and it's really cool. So if you guys have clients like that, or you would like to take a look at this as an alternative, or you have somebody transferring that needs to use future income, the rule is 60 days. So they have to be starting within 60 days of the close date. So as long as we've got those timelines in order, then we can proceed with that program. Also, just wanted to remind you too that we are co-sponsoring just share. We are co-sponsoring the Susie Orman Wealth Builder event, and that's going to be June 17th. At 11 a.m. Pacific. I don't know if Jennifer's already shared the video. There's a commercial for it, but we're excited about that. It's going to be a big sponsorship event, so I wanted to remind you guys about that. But I just wanted to thank you guys for your support. We've got a lot of closings this month. We're extremely busy, but we're happy to be here to help you guys get your escrows closed. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And again, I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Chris, I have a question.
Sure.
On the physician program, what kind of, I know some of those programs, the rates are pretty high or tend to be high. Do you know what the?
Yeah, it's priced well, but it is an arm. So it's a 5-1 or 7-1 arm, and it was priced in the low threes, so close to what the fixed conforming rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nice. Good question. All right. Thank you, Chris. And thank you, Cornerstone. And let me get back here. And we are going to be, one moment. There we go. So for anyone who missed it, Brooke sent a couple emails out in the last 48 hours about the fact that we're moving away from the SAC Tahoe virtual tour, the way we've been doing it across all the offices, and we're moving forward with something that's going to get you even greater exposure to more Coldwell Banker agents, even outside of our SAC Tahoe area. So we've moved back to our prior format for the meeting slides, which is what you see here, because we're able to tour in person if someone wishes to. Now today, none of these listings are looking for someone to come by in person on tour, but I am going to have you guys go through and talk about your listings. And then Brooke, are we going to pull them up now in Exclusive Look, or how did you want to do this?
Yeah, we can. Hold on, let me share my screen.
So Brooke is going to be pulling up each listing in Exclusive Look to show you the picture and the details on the listing. So I'm going to get out of presentation mode so I can see what you do. And then do you want me to go through the list and kind of list off which ones, or how you want to do this? Our first day doing it this way.
Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
I can. Yes.
Okay. But I went away.
You've already
Okay,
got them all pulled up, don't you? Look at you.
Here we go. Yep. So this is Exclusive Look. So everybody who put their listings on the broker tour link that we sent out earlier this week, I put them in Exclusive Look under the CB Exclusive, which means that these listings can be seen by every agent, Coldwell Banker Realty agent across the country. So if they go into Exclusive Look and start setting up filters and kind of looking for things, anybody can see your guys' listings in the company. So we'll start with the first one, which is Sarah Dalton, and her listing is at 1713 40th Street. It's got a picture, it's got information in it. It tells them it tells the agents if they're looking for it, who the listing agent is and how to contact her.
And is Sarah going to pitch her listing from here? How are we going to do this moving forward? Sarah, are you here?
We can pitch it from here. That's fine.
I don't know if Sarah's on. I can't see it from this view. Hold on. If she is, she's on mute. Nope, she's not here today. So it's 1713 40th Street, you guys, in East Sacramento, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And I can't see. Is the price $749.9?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, my eyes. I should have my glasses on. All right, so give Sarah a call if you have questions about her listing, and we can just go down the list. Who is on the call who has a listing here on the screen today? Let me see. Amy Winslow, would you like to pitch your listing? And Brooke, can you scroll down to hers?
I'm not sure that it got on Exclusive Look, to be honest.
No, it didn't go on Exclusive Look because it wasn't on the virtual tour link. It just came in our office link, so I didn't put it in Exclusive Look.
Okay.
So
well,
I can do it after the meeting, Amy.
All right, I
So it's
appreciate that. This is a back on the market listing, unfortunately. The 800 square foot home in Carmichael. It's on a 1/4 acre on Dahlia Drive. It's a private lane. Unfortunately, we got into a situation not too uncommon these days where a buyer bid a honestly ridiculously high amount. We got into contract, and then they asked for a $110,000 price reduction. So there was no meeting in the middle on that. Both parties kind of decided they were done, and we'd relist. The unfortunate thing for me, I suppose, is my seller has that price in his head. So we're back on the market at $399 instead of $349. Nothing has changed about the house, although we do have some inspections available now for buyers. But if you have anyone interested, like I said, it's on a very large lot. It's in a nice area. The house needs some work, but it's very cute. So let me know.
Nice. And we will get that in exclusive look so it gets out there in front of everybody. Okay, Amy?
Thank you.
No problem. And then Doug Reynolds, it looks like you're on the call. Do you want to pitch your listing on Water Tree? We've got it up here on the screen.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi.
All right. Beautiful new listing on Water Tree Way in 95826, just off of La Riviera. It's 4 beds, 2 full baths, just a little under 1,500 square feet. Updated, remodeled, shows really well. The inside was just paint. Actually, the inside and the outside was just painted. My seller, he was like a energy efficiency buff guy. So there's solar on the roof that is owned already. So it's included. And he's got an electric heat pump water heater in the garage that are super energy efficient, as well as they've got a electric vehicle plug all ready to go in the garage as well. Full dual pane windows, whole house fan. So it's really energy efficient. It has a pool, built-in pool in the backyard, as well as kind of a covered patio area, and then a small little turf grass area in the backyard. There, you can kind of see that. So it's coming on the market tomorrow at $455. I would expect us to probably have a number of offers and be probably going above that. Yeah, great listing. It's going to be available to be shown all weekend long, and offers due first thing Tuesday morning since Monday is a holiday.
Wonderful. And Brooke, don't back out of there yet. I want to point something out.
Sorry, I already clicked.
You already did. Okay, when we're in, I wanted to point out, when you're in that view, the listing agent can see how many agents have checked out the listing in exclusive look, how many agents have clicked on it to get in touch with you, and where they are, right? So it's kind of interesting. You're going to be getting information we weren't able to get you when we were doing it the prior way. And again, this is out in front of anybody across the company. So over 50,000 potential Coldwell Banker Realty agents could be looking at it. Okay.
Yeah, I actually already had someone, an agent, email me asking about it already, and I thought, that's weird. I didn't put it on there yet.
Well, and I told Brooke we probably should have called each of you, because this is the first week we've done this, rather than just send an email. So I think what we're going to have to do is ask you guys, are you good with us putting it in exclusive look? But we want to do it for you because we want to make sure you're getting the benefit. There's nothing wrong with sharing a listing as long as your seller's okay with it within your own brokerage. There's nothing breaking the rules there. You're allowed to show it to any CB Realty agent within the company. So that's what this is doing. Okay. So benefits for you and for your clients. All right. Who else is up here? Ed Coromines, are you on, or is Tegan for pitching your Aspen Valley Lane? No. So we've got 2618 Aspen Valley Lane and Heritage Park, which is a 55 and over community up in North Sacramento, Natomas area. If you have anybody who fits that category, please reach out to Ed. It's a beautiful listing. There you go. Thank you, Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
And who else do we have in there?
Tegan. Tegan is the last one.
And I don't think Tegan's on this morning, but Tegan, if you are, take yourself off mute and speak up. But I believe he wasn't able to make it. There are no photos yet, but this is 4200 North Country Drive in Antelope. It's 385,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,100 square feet. And again, reach out to Tegan if you have questions.
He's having pictures. He's having pictures done today, so that's why we don't have pictures in here.
Yeah, I knew he had something going on this morning because he had mentioned that. So okay, good. Anybody else on here, Brooke?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. And I kind of like this. I can get used to this. Who do we have in the chat? Oh, good. Amy Winslow and Michelle West, you connected. Awesome. I see the address in there. All right. Let's go back to the presentation and then when we do have those of you who have listings that you're ready to take us out and tour in person, which we can do now with the showing protocols that are in place, just like the open house protocols. You know, we'll put them on here and it won't say info only. It will say that it's, you know, open for tour and whatever the hours are that morning. Okay, but none of the ones this week are being toured. Okay. And then what about other client wants and needs? Anybody have new listings, buyer, seller wants and needs, something coming back on the market?
This is Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi. I have a unique listing that is in Orangevale, 9360 Pershing Avenue. I am hopefully going to work with Kurt on it, but we've had some issues around negotiation of price. It is a divorcing couple. I can't tell you that it's a little complicated, but it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath on a little over 12,000 square foot lot. It's zoned RD5, which, you know, it's just a large lot basically, but the appraisal on it came in at 385. So the judge is pushing for me to have that price or higher in this hot market, as everybody thinks that it is. And it needs a bit of work, and there's a lot of stuff like hoarder stuff. It's quite interesting opportunity. So if you have investors, basically I need to try to get the best and highest investor offer possible. I don't have pictures yet. The homeowner is there and there's a yard sale sign out front. People are going through and picking through stuff to try to clear it out. You can drive by it, take a look, let me know if you have any investor interest. And again, you know, I'll keep you posted if we end up getting into contract, if Kurt and I can work something out together as well. But wish me luck.
So this is a great one to put an exclusive look. So get that one exclusive look as soon as you're ready to put, you know, put it out there.
I don't know about the picture scenario, but yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Upcoming listings, buyer, seller wants and needs, or things coming back on the market?
Hi, Jennifer. This is Sharon. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning, Sharon.
Hi. I'm on my cell phone, so I'm sorry I can't zoom in, but I just want to just put it out there that early this morning I listed 2287 Morley Way. Really a great house. It's 4-bedroom, 3-bath, just under 3,100 square foot with a pool. It's 0.28, and it's got a really great floor plan, a remote remote guest bedroom with a bath, and then 3 bedrooms on the other side. And it's a very traditional rambling ranch. And it'll be open Saturday and Sunday. Really long hours because the sellers want a lot of foot traffic in there. It's 10 to 4, I think, Saturday and Sunday. And I just want to say also, because I'm a little shell shocked and a little PTSD over this, the last open house I did, I had burglars in the house who stole while I was there, and they're very crafty. And I think in this time when there's a lot of people down on their luck, and this group that came through, who I believe did this, looked complete. And I just think everybody needs to be on guard and just keep an eye on people, because you know, there's a lot of crime going on. I mean, this catalytic converter, my someone just came and tried to take that off his car right in front, in Sierra Oak. So I just feel like there's some bad elements out there right now, and everybody I'm just a little scared to do any open houses right now because of what happened. But what are we gonna do? You know,
Can I add on to that? This is Ann. I did an open house a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I used the CAR form that, you know, they're asking for COVID for people to sign in. And you know, I don't know if this is the right forum to bring this up, but I really believe that we need to require people to sign in and give full contact information. And if they don't come into the open house, because this idea that anybody can come in, you know, and that now we're opening up again for open houses, it's insane.
Well, okay, now I'm concerned. If anybody thinks you're allowed to just let anybody in without them signing anything right now,
Well,
yeah, that's not okay. That's the rules say you need to have them sign a PED or that form that you're talking about.
I guess I mean even past COVID, right? I mean,
Oh,
because in the past we just, you know, we had to be crafty to get people's contact information, and it seems like to me that should be an expectation. If you want to come into the open house, you give full contact information. But
yeah. And you know what? Your sellers can require that, you guys, if you want to make sure.
Put it on the side. Right.
Hmm?
But they can also put, you know, the wrong name down, and then, you know, how do we know they're putting accurate information?
I know.
True. I've got Crystal with her hand up. Crystal?
I do want to make a comment around that with people signing in that open house form that's PA. There was somebody hosting an open house and they shared with me that the person didn't want to sign in at all because they said they had already sent the PED to the listing agent. So they were still coming in during an open house period, but we don't actually have any way of verifying that. So if you're hosting an open house for somebody else and they say they've already sent a PED out, you know, what's our direction? Just take at face value that they knew what a PED was, so they must have sent it, or
you know, why don't I think before you hold the open house in these times, it would probably make sense if you're the one holding the open house to ask the listing agent directly before the open house, have you received any PEDs from anyone? And if so, can you just take a picture of the name and shoot it over to me? Don't make it hard on the listing agent. But if there is somebody that might do that, it would be good to know, right? And unless they have that before you start the open house, I really think, because you're representing that seller when you're holding the open house, you are part of the Coldwell Banker team. We need to make sure we're watching out for the seller's home and doing the right thing. And so they need to sign in and sign the PED or sign the ISA, which is the other form that has the PED components that are required that they sign on before entering the home. If anybody is unfamiliar with that, please call me, call Crystal. We reviewed it in last week's coaching and coffee call. I sent it out a week ago Friday, so it's in an email from me that went out to the whole office with all the forms for open houses a week ago Friday. And those things are available. And John Lelis, you've been so patient with your hand up. Would you like to speak? You're on mute. John? Maybe he doesn't want to speak. Maybe it was an accident. Dorothy?
I didn't catch how much that house is going to be listed for on Morley.
Sharon, are you still on?
Yes, it's 1,195,000.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Hey, and Sharon, can we put that in exclusive look?
Oh yes, I just ran out of time. I got my pictures late last.
That's all right. We'll put it in exclusive look. Brooke, I put the address in the chat.
But yes, thank you.
And then send her a picture or two, whatever you want to put in there, and she'll get that in. John Leibus's hand is still up. John? It doesn't say you're muted, but I can't hear you. I'm not sure what's going on. You want to put something in the chat, or I don't know where you are. If you can email us or do something, we'll pitch whatever you need, because I see your hand up. I'm sorry. For some reason, it's not letting you talk. Okay. Anybody else before we move on? No. Very, very good, guys. All right. If John puts anything in the chat, let me know, Brooke, and we will share it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're going a little into the 10 o'clock hour, but I want to make sure we cover the important things. We talked about the holiday hours. If you have deals closing in the month of May, please let Natasha know so that she can be following up on getting the closing packages and the wires. They are still not coming in right away. We've had things that have closed on a Monday and we don't get stuff for a week. So please, we need to be able to follow up and know what's going on. Thank you. And then
Jennifer, can we go back up, please?
Yes.
This is actually about listing concierge and their holiday hours. Like the rest of the staff, they'll be closing at 2 o'clock on Friday and be closed all day Monday. They'll be back on Tuesday. The listing concierge system will still be available to make changes and approvals, place orders, but there won't be listing concierge coordinators available during those hours. And photographers, I guess, are working on a limited schedule, so you would have to reach out to the photographers if you're needing something this weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Monday, and see if they're willing to do any work on those holidays.
Perfect. Thank you. Sorry, I skipped right over that. Go ahead.
Okay, listing concierge boost ad. I know we've been talking about this a lot, but I wanted to give you an idea of how effective these are. So Sierra Oaks, we have total of 28 campaigns for the year.
In May.
Sorry. Total 20 campaigns in May. Total clicks on those campaigns is almost 8,000, 7,932. Total views of those campaigns is 563,713. And we have 7 campaigns currently running right now. I did see these numbers for the SAC Metro office. They have more campaigns, but we have almost double the amount of clicks, just so you know. If you want to know how to find out this information, I'll be happy to show you, or Lizette can. But these are effective things to use with listing concierge.
And before we go any further, this is the same area where I've shown you guys all of those people who are clicking. You're collecting leads. You're going to have their email addresses in here, and you can export them by pressing one button into an Excel spreadsheet that can be uploaded into your database to follow up. Something to think about. Great
Jennifer?
opportunity to get leads. Yes.
And I am also sending out the contacts when the campaign is closed.
Perfect, Lizette. Thank you. Yes, so you'll be getting emails from Lizette at the end of your campaign. So if you have not proactively been checking on it, she'll be sending that Excel spreadsheet to you when your campaign ends that has all of those contacts. If you don't know how to upload them into your CRM and you want some help, see Lizette or Brooke. They're here to help. Right, guys?
Yes.
All right.
We've kind of already talked about this. Virtual broker tour is being retired starting this week. I'm sorry, when I sent that email out to the office on Monday morning, I did not know that it was being retired this week. So that's where the confusion happened. Yes. And this is just more information on Exclusive Look and the tool and things you can do in there. Like I said, you can set and save searches. You can, so CB exclusive, excuse me, is, so right now it's for listings that are off MLS, at least that's what we're being told, but I'm also being told that could be changing. So that's what CB exclusive is for. That's where the listings are visible to all agents in Coldwell Banker Realty across the country. And then Sneak Peek is again visible to all Coldwell Banker agents. But you can only use it or put the listings in there 1 day prior to them going active and live in the MLS. So that's just a point. And then we have wants and needs. So if you have clients that are looking for things, looking for a certain specific kind of, listing or whatever, you can go in there and put it in there and it will go out to people. The emails go out to people who have set up and saved searches, but even if they're not getting an email, if they go in there, they're still going to see this stuff. Yeah. And I do recommend that you check out the frequently asked questions and the video that's in the link from Exclusive Look that Caitlin did. It's very helpful. And actually,
it's only a 12-minute video, and it does give you a lot of good information.
Really quick, Jennifer, because I forgot to do a slide. Just to let you guys know, Caitlin Griffith, who used to be our field marketing specialist before Keith, Friday is her last day. She's going into doing market research, which is kind of her thing. So if you have a chance and you'd like to, reach out to her, send her an email or shoot her, give her a phone call. Just wish her luck if you want to. If you need that information, let me know. I'll get it for you. Or Lizette, we can either one get it for you.
Thank you, Brooke.
Jennifer, do you want to cover just one more?
Sure. We talked about this a little bit ago. We are nationwide here to help you Make it a year of listings. Our goal is to help each and every one of you get at least just one more listing in the 2021 year over what you did last year. And we even have come up with a tracking mechanism to help you do that. So rather than spend a lot of time on it today, we pulled those numbers. We'll be sharing them with you. And we had 580 listings in the year 2020. Year to date in 2021, we've already had 167, and we all know that inventory has been low. So we're here to help each of you individually exceed your numbers from last year. So look for the office leaderboard. We're going to start it in June. We're going to be posting this information and then working with you one-on-one to do anything we can to help you get at least one more, if not more than that, for the 2021 year. Any questions? Okay. Clients for Life Wealth Builder. Go ahead, Brooke.
We've been talking about it. It's the Wealth Builder Expo with Susie Orman. If you're interested, you can register at wealthbuilder.com. The emails were sent out on May 11th. You can check your analytics that will tell you who has signed up, who has opened it, all that good stuff. And the event is a virtual event on June 17th at 11 a.m.
Perfect. Thank you.
Next month's campaign, Clients for Life campaign, is the Summer Barbecue Guide. For activities and recipes to make the summer the coolest ever. Because of the way the calendar falls, it's going to be kind of an early campaign going out, meaning you'll see your proof email on the 3rd, which is next Thursday, and it will go out the second Tuesday of the month, which is the 8th, which is kind of early in the month. And you'll be able to check your analytics by that Friday after the 8th.
Perfect.
And our next 3 campaigns, Tower Bridge dinner giveaway, as according to Dustin and what he's hearing, it is still happening. It's still going on. And we, instead of just buying 1 table this year, we're buying 2 tables. So I think what Dustin said is that we'll have 16 sets of tickets, Lizette, or 8? Do you remember?
I think he said 16, but I don't quote me on that.
Yeah, so we'll find out for sure before it starts going out and let you guys know. August would be our Homes for Dogs campaign that'll go out. And then September is a Fall Consumer Expo. Dustin thinks it might be a follow-up to Susie Orman and the Wealth Builder Expo, but don't quote him on that until he knows for sure, is what he told me to say. Global Luxury Certification Course. It's a virtual format again, June 22nd through 23rd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. both days. You can click on this link to register. If you want to audit the course, meaning that you've already been certified as a luxury agent, but there's some new stuff, or maybe you want to just double check stuff, you can click on this link and request to audit the course by filling out that form and sending off. That doesn't cost you anything, but the certification course, if you're new to being certified, is $495.
And just for anyone who isn't familiar with how uniquely different Coldwell Banker Global Luxury is than the other luxury type programs in the industry, this is so worth your while. When you have an opportunity for a luxury listing, you want to know who we are and what we do in this business. So highly recommend that you consider this if this is an area where you'd like to expand and do more business, because you will win.
Want to remind you guys that since we're in the global luxury thing, global luxury price points have been updated for the first time in like 7 years. And they are quite a bit different than what they used to be, where it used to be like, oh, it's $500,000 or $750,000. You need to check it and check the zip code, which you can do in desk. And if you have any questions on how to do that, please let Lizette or I know, and we'll show you how to do it.
Yep, it is super simple, but you do need to check. They've gone up a lot because it's based upon current pricing in the marketplace. Okay. And oh my gosh, this was so amazing. Who on this call has listened to the replay or attended the Listing Mastery course with Tim Smith? If you didn't, you guys need to, it was so good. I learned things from this, and I'm going to go back and listen to it again and take some notes. For anyone who doesn't know this, he has been one of our top listing agents across the country, ranked #1 or #2 multiple times, and he's been #1 and #2 in our state of California multiple times. he's really, really strategic and does some very cool things. And then I listened to a video today with him and Tom Ferry, because he's a Tom Ferry coaching client. And they were talking about some things that everybody should be doing. And it's real basic stuff, but I know that most of us aren't doing it. And it was on a YouTube video they put out this week. So little short thing, I would listen to it while I put my makeup on this morning. So listen to these top performers. You will learn something. I learn something every time. And I would love to hear you guys doing some of these very basic, simple things that are creating more business for people out there and helping buyers find homes.
So we're gonna put some slides in the Marketing Minute now that's branch training. So it's showing different trainings that are being offered in different branches. Mondays at noon in the Roseville office, Talisa Beelam hosts this class. It's what does the contract say. Every other Wednesday at 1 is prospecting and business development. I'm not sure which class that is or which office that is, because Dustin didn't put it on there.
I can tell you who it is. It's me and Jeff Talani, and we're doing it twice a month.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I didn't know you were doing that. So, okay.
Yes.
And Thursdays at 10 is our coffee and coaching. That again is hosted by Jennifer and Crystal Lopez. If you're interested in attending any of these, you can go ahead and sign up in Sales Pro.
Perfect. And the reason we put prospecting and business development, we've been changing up the name of it every other week when we're doing it, depending upon what we're covering specifically. But every topic has been something that helps you to get business. So that's the point.
Pick of the week for coaching to confidence is Tom Ferry's Blueprint, Strategic Planning and Growth. It is on June 2nd, and there is a link to check it out. And then again, I know we talked about this a little bit last week, but we'll kind of finish up the day with it. Gen Blue is still on for this October. It will be a virtual and in-person event. If you're interested in kind of following the Gen Blue Facebook site, I believe the QR code that Dustin has in here works, but if it doesn't, let me know and I'll get you the right information. You get
it does. I just did.
Huh? It does?
It does. I just did it. Took me right there.
And you can share stories and connect. If you are interested in going to attending Gen Blue in person, due to social distancing restrictions and things along those lines, we are limited on how many people and how many tickets we can sell for the Radio City Music Hall. So if you want to go, I would suggest purchasing your tickets early.
You on my end, you broke up, so I don't know if everybody heard that, but we can talk about it later. I don't know. You're cutting out, Brooke.
I'm sorry, guys. So let's do our drawings.
Okay.
The first one is Destiny Slothauer.
Yay, Destiny! Are you still here?
I'm here.
Awesome. Congratulations.
And the second one is Ann Goletich. Yay!
And Ann had something in the comments. She said she listened to the Tim Smith webinar. She took pages in big bold letters worth of notes, and it was fantastic. Awesome. Great job, Ann. And you won today.
Yay! We'll put your gift cards in your mailboxes.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining, and have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.
And make sure you leave, guys, so we can finish up the recording.
Awesome. I will help you with exiting people here. Most of them. I'm helping you, hon.
Yeah, I'm turning off the recording.
There's still some people.